Hi guys, good morning. Okay, so I feel like I talked about this in the other video, but I am now on meal plan. I sent a check-in, I think it's been about a week now, to Brandon, and I just told him I think it's time for me to do meal plan for the rest of this reverse. Now, I have literally never been on meal plan. Even on prep, I've done stuff in shows. I have always been on macros, and he would send me the macros, my coach would send me the macros, and I'd write my own meal plan. Now, I write other people's meal plans. Like, I know I don't like hack it and do anything super crazy, but I would switch around carbs, switch around vegetables, switch around meats. I think it's time for me to learn the discipline of just like checking the boxes, not knowing what I'm eating in the sense of macros, and just doing what I'm told. And I think that that's something that I need to really work on in this off season so for next prep, I'm able to just literally no food focus at all and just bodybuild. I think that although I am pretty consistent and really on my macros, I think that there is still that little aspect of like food noise and food just kind of like thinking a lot about food, what I'm gonna eat, and making fun recipes and everything like that. And that can be good to an extent, but I think it can be sometimes mentally just overwhelming at times when I'm not necessarily like feeling my best. And so I have been really liking the meal plan, and it's just been very simple. So I kind of wanted to do an update of what I eat in a day. So you have an idea on a training day what I'm eating, and say I don't really know what my macros are. I know I am eating like 160 protein, and yeah, so I'm excited to kind of show you all the meals that Brandon picked out for me. I gave him no suggestions or anything. I just said write a meal plan, and he sent it to me, and this is what we're doing. So we're gonna do meal one first and get at it. Mars is basically doing my meal plan too. He basically just is doing the same sources pretty much, but more, because why not? So it's so fun. Grocery shopping has been amazing. He went to the grocery store this morning and just got big packs of just the normal things like eggs, egg whites, guacamole, blueberries. Yeah. It makes our shopping a lot easier.
One thing about me is if I can streamline things, I will. And like having like the very minimalist kind of like fridge is like great.
It's so nice.
Now we just have like our eggs, our different condiments, our meats, our...
It's a privilege because he knew on prep, I literally would get ingredients for like one recipe. So we have the most random things in our cabinets and in our fridge. So now it's nice to like simplify things. Okay. We're starting off with 2 eggs and 136 grams of egg whites. I love, a lot of y'all recommended this, the buttery steakhouse of the Kinders. Loving this one right now on my eggs. And then I love a lot of pink Himalayan salt. So that's what we're doing for the eggs. And then I also love putting like sugar-free coffee syrups into my coffee. I think I saw Kenzie do this one time and it's been an addiction. I use the cookie dough one from TJ Maxx right now, and it literally tastes like a dessert. So we have 40 grams of oatmeal and that, and then we're gonna put some blueberries and almond butter on that. Fresh almond. Okay, the final of the meal one. Eggs and egg whites, and then of course the oats. This looks amazing. She's a little bit more soupier than normal, but that's okay. Okay, let's do a first little bite together. This is probably my favorite meal, and it keeps me so full. This is the thing. I think a lot of people try to like either fast in the morning or make the morning meal small. Although I don't wake up like starving most days, having a big meal really does hold me over until I have my pre-workout meal and go to the gym. So I always recommend having just a nice big well-rounded breakfast, and it just really starts the day off so good. Okay. And it tastes like cookie dough. Okay. Now we're gonna go work. I'm gonna do all my prep client check-ins. So see you next meal. Okay, again, we're gonna add a little bit of the coffee syrup into our pre-workout meal. We're doing 60 grams of cream of rice, just getting a lot of carbs in before our leg day. Yeah, Brandon really liked adding most of our carbs kind of around our training, just so we're training obviously super hard on our, well yeah, obviously structure around your training. So we do a good amount of carbs pre-workout. I do intra-workout carbs, which you'll see, and then I also do a lot of carbs post-workout. I feel like it just allows me to be able to train efficiently. I feel like I don't crash as much by having kind of carbs, obviously before and during, and then also it helps with recovery to eat a lot post-workout. Okay, next we're gonna do 30 grams of Evogen protein powder. I just got the vanilla. I'm really loving it. And of course, Evogen code GDFIT. I love that protein powder. This is the only brand truly that I've had or eaten where I've had no issues with my gut or like it digesting or any bloating, which is insane because y'all know my gut is not good. So yeah, if you need a protein powder, this is absolutely the best brand in my opinion. I don't know. I just feel like it's a brand that's about how it works. Like they actually want it to digest well. They want the pre-workouts to work well. It's not all just obviously the flavors obviously amazing. Y'all will know if you use Evogen. Evogen is like so popular, but the flavors are amazing while not sacrificing performance, which I feel like a lot of brands do. Anyway, so we're mixing this in. We're gonna add in, what's been crazy is, yeah, we have a lot of fats pre-workout as well. 30 grams of almond butter, which, that's wild. Also with the meal plan, I think I talked about this on my TikTok, but nut butter, a lot of people like this. Almond butter, nut butter is something just I don't keep in my house normally because I feel like I don't have as much control over it. Like, it's the food that I'm most likely to snack on and have random bites of and eat excess of, you know? So I tend to just not keep it in the house in the past versus now, because I'm on meal plan, I'm like, okay, I get a lot of almond butter around my training. So I feel like because I have a certain number of grams that I'm like allotted, I've been less likely to like have bites and snacks of it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, like look how much almond butter I get. Let me show you what we're about to have. It's like literally a dessert. Like if you're doing vanilla ice cream protein powder with cookie dough, sugar-free syrup, and almond butter and your cream of rice, it actually tastes like a cake, and I wish I was joking. So let me get y'all a better view. This is what we're gonna have pre-training. I eat it usually like 90 minutes before, like an hour before. So I finished all my prep check-ins. I'm about to eat this as a little like mind break for a second, and then I'll go back to work and I'll grind out most of my lifestyle check-ins. So I am quite excited, and I really look forward to this meal. It makes me excited to lift, excited to train. I feel like having a good meal that you would look forward to pre-workout, and then that's also why I've been liking the intra-workout, like having the carbs. I get a little bit of extra carbs with when I train, and it makes me also look forward to training because it's like, oh, I get more food if I train. So if I'm really not looking forward to training, I'm like, oh, I guess I'll go because I get a huge meal before. So the only difference is, so I get, it's the only thing I do know, is I get 40 grams less carb on my non-training days than my training days. So that's the only difference between my training and rest days, by the way, because I feel like someone will ask, is I get a little 40 grams extra carb on training days right now. Bro, Alani News sent me gummy bears. Why does it sound so cool? They're 80 grams. This is not sponsored. But this is, you know, it's fall. I think this means I can start decorating for Halloween because Alani Nu has dropped their, or the Witch's Brew is out. I feel like that means it's actually October. Or not fall, October, it's fall. I feel like that's just true. Do you believe that person? Once Witch's Brew, Alani Nu energy drinks are in CVS.
I think it's time.
That means it's fall.
It's a sad reality that we start decorating for fall in the middle of August. But
It feels like fall. It's literally getting cool.
wait.
We're doing 2 Rice Krispie treats, next 34 carb. And we're gonna make our pre-workout concoction. The best flavor of pre-workout in the world. Anyways, y'all know how I do about the caffeine-free pre-workout. I'm almost done with this one, but it's the peach rings. It's so good. So good. I don't know why more people don't do caffeine-free pre-workout. I feel like you get the focus and like an insane pump, but you don't have to have like all the caffeine. I also, this is what I'll say, it's not that I still get more motivated and I feel more awake with it, even though it doesn't have caffeine in it. So if you're trying to lower your caffeine intake, this one's the EVP 3D from Evogen. Again, code GDFIT. And then I add in, so I'm having the 40 carb or whatever, Rice Krispie treats, that pre-workout. I add in a scoop of creatine. I do about 5 grams basically, which is a scoop. And on my creatine wave. And then I sometimes will add in, where's my salt? Sometimes I add in a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. There is some sodium in the pre-workout as well. 40 mcgs, but since I only do 1 scoop, I'm gonna put a little bit extra salt in there for the pump. Usually about 1 gram, but I'm not measuring it out right now. And give her a little shake. So good. It's like dessert. Okay. We're gonna head to the gym. I finished all my check-ins. It's 2 o'clock. I'm probably gonna record my workout at the gym. The recording hours are until like 3, I think. So it'll be fast. Try to get a little content in before I can't record anymore today. And then we'll come back and we have a little bit of other work to do. Guys, okay, I just got back from the gym. My lift was actually really, really amazing, which I'm glad about. I won't lie. My lifts up until maybe like last week were kind of, just, I don't know. It has been bad. Like I've just been having really high anxiety, and I feel like every leg day, just my anxiety would be like insane. But today, yay! I had no anxiety today on my leg day. That's the first time in like 3 weeks. I was very sick and felt like I was gonna throw up, but it was because I was pushing myself really hard. Yay! So yeah, I have been kind of like working through the last 2 weeks my like anxiety, although I'm like panicking a little. But before that, I just literally was so anxious I couldn't even get in the gym. But like I chatted about this in other videos, so I feel like I'm getting back to normal, which makes me really, really happy. But I felt like this was a really good time because of the next meal. We're getting our post-workout meal. Really good time to talk about my new sponsorship. I'm gonna literally, okay. Y'all know, y'all love, okay, this is the brand. It's called HummusFit. If y'all haven't heard about it, if you're watching this video, you probably have heard about it because you all know all the fitness things. But, because my girlies, y'all know I was with another meal prep company a couple months back for quite a bit of time, and the company had some restructuring, and I think like either a new CEO, new CFO, something like that, and decided to drop most of the athletes. Not an issue, but I haven't been with a meal prep company basically since like February or March, because they weren't having any athletes anymore at the time. And I just felt like they weren't really the best fit for me anyways because of like the trace fats and everything. I wanted to be with a company that has competition approved meats and carbs. And guess freaking what? Look at this. Let me see if it'll focus. Focus. Competition approved. I'm so excited for that. Just things that like the macros are guaranteed to be on par with what we need as a bodybuilder. So I'm really, really excited. HummusFit, code GDFIT. I did try a bunch of the muffins. I tried the, I tried a lot of stuff on TikTok already, but the last package or 2, I've been just getting meats and carbs and putting it into my meal plan. So my go-tos have been the grilled flank steak. Ugh. These are the macros, if it will focus. Yeah, it's 32 protein for 4 ounces, I mean, and 9 fat. Yeah, really, really great. And then I also have been getting the Chipotle grilled chicken. It's 120 calories, 26 protein, 1 fat, 2 carb, for I think it's 3 ounces. And then, yeah, so I've been doing this for my meals. This next meal is gonna be with their sticky rice and their Chipotle chicken. But I wanted to talk about that sponsorship really quickly because I cannot tell you how grateful I am. When I tell you I've been up in their DMs for months because I know how good the food is. At one of my client shows, they were selling the muffins and it was way too good. And I have been reaching out and avid, you know, just, you know, for this opportunity. And I'm just really, really excited because I really love the company. And I know a lot of my athletes, like my clients, already use it. So it would be nice for me to have a code now too. So I do, and I'm really, really happy. Thank y'all. Thank you, Hummus. We love you. Anyways, on to our next meal, our post-workout meal. Okay, so 165 grams of rice, that's sticky rice I said, and then 100 grams of the Chipotle chicken. That's all, nice and simple. And we're gonna eat this, and I'm gonna get back to work.
Taste test.
I know it's good. This rice, like, it's just fluffy. It's so good. I feel like our rice hasn't been as fluffy as this. I don't know, it's like a little sweet treat. Okay, next meal, we're on to the HummusFit steak with some of the sticky rice. I do have some vegetables. Whoa. I do have some vegetables in the air fryer right now, but I don't feel like waiting for it. So we're gonna go ahead and eat this. Nice and simple. But I'm really liking the pre-made meal prep meals just because I feel like it's so seasoned. I don't really need a sauce. However, I feel like, I don't know, it just like seasons the rice. It's really good. So, nice and simple, nothing crazy. It's about 6 p.m. right now, and then I will have my vegetables in a minute. I'll show you my vegetables when I add it on top in a minute. And then I'm gonna have one more meal this evening. So yeah, nice 5 meals, nothing too crazy. I think this one is probably one of my favorite meals just because of the steak. Okay, I ended up just eating my broccoli. I did like 200 grams. That usually would be 100 grams with my last meal and 100 grams with this meal, but I had it as a snack. This is my last meal. As you can probably guess, it is Chipotle chicken from HummusFit, and 90 grams of avocado. But yeah, it's just meat and usually vegetables and avocado. There's no carbs in this meal, but I feel like it really just helps for me to not have as a heavy meal when I'm going to bed. And I just feel a lot more digested when I wake up in the morning. It is 8:30. I've been spending the last couple hours just packing. And feeling good. I go to see Charlotte, Fit by Charlotte, tomorrow. We're gonna work out together, so I'll probably vlog tomorrow again, maybe just a gym workout. I got a couple people asked on like a question box what kind of content y'all wanted to see on my Instagram, and a lot of people were saying just like mic'd up workouts, mainly legs. So I think I'm gonna mic up tomorrow. We're not even hitting legs, but I'll probably mic up workout tomorrow. So anyways, love y'all. This is all I have. I am having my sleepy time little tea. I drink a little hot tea before I go to bed. And it's like a little sweet treat. I don't know if you add some stevia in there. It's so good. So if you have any late night cravings, that's such a hack. If you have late night cravings, try hot tea, but sweeten it. It is so good. Like obviously a decaf hot tea. It is amazing. So, so good. Yeah, I'm just a hot tea fiend. On prep, mainly, I would literally boil my water. I'd boil 60 ounces of water, and starting at like 7 p.m., I would just be drinking like hot tea. Yeah, and that's how I got my water in, with hot tea. But yeah, anyways, have an amazing rest of your day and or night, whoever y'all are. I do not know if I'm in focus. Sorry if I wasn't.